Good morning everyone. So this is Rishika Gupta. I am an intern at ubAdvocate and I am a third year BCom LLB student from ULS Punjab University, Chandigarh. So for the completion of this task, my topic for today is whether a charitable trust is a consumer or not, and whether the complaint filed by them in the Consumer Court under Consumer Protection Act is maintainable or not. There is a lot of confusion between like in some cases a decision has been laid down that trust is not a consumer, and in other cases the decision has been the opposite of same. Like a ground for the this all confusion is a case law of Pratibha Pratishthan and others versus Manager Canara Bank and others. This is a case of Supreme Court of 2008. In this case, the National Commission dismissed the appeal and was of the opinion and held that the trust is not a consumer, nor even a person, and nor even a complainant. So, the complaint filed by the trust is not maintainable at all, and they can't file a complaint in the Consumer Court. The same was held in Harsha Chand Padmavati versus Bengal Unitech University. The case was Rajinder Kaur versus Nandev Enterprises. In this case, also the District Consumer Redressal Disputes Commission held that trust is not a person and therefore not a consumer, so they can't be a complainant too, and the complaint filed by them will not be maintainable in any of the consumer forum. So the same was the judgment laid down by NCT Commission in South Indian Education Society versus UCO Bank and others. A court in another case titled Messrs. Neo Sannyas Foundation versus Messrs. Smith's Detection Recon. Also, the case was dismissed on the very basis that trust, unlike a company, has no legal personality and can't file a complaint under the Consumer Act. So, this is the all that is laid down by various cases and judgments in various courts. For this, we'll have to understand the term consumer, complainant, and the person. The term consumer clearly defined under Section 2. Clause 7 of the Consumer Protection Act, which clearly states in the starting that consumer includes a person. So before moving further, we should first understand the term person. So person is also defined in the Section 2 subclause 31. So in this definition provision, an amendment was made in 2019, and the provision was added that any artificial judicial person not falling within any of the preceding subclauses. So the term any artificial judicial persons, this is a term which we have to understand. In this term, the trust clearly falls under the category of a consumer. Like there was a case of Tara Bai Desai Charitable Ophthalmic Trust Hospital versus Supreme Elevators India Private Limited and others. This is a case of 2019 itself. In this case, an interim order was passed by District Consumer Court of Jodhpur, which accepted the complaint filed by the trust, and the respondents were obliged to pay the compensation. As the decision of National Commission in Pratibha Pratishthan case regarding the trust being not a consumer and not falling under the category of a person or even a complainant, and the complaint can't be filed by them. So this decision was treated as unfortunate and bad in law by Maharashtra State Commission in the case of Loknete Raja Ram Bhau Patil Hospital versus Oriental Insurance Company Limited. Also in Karnataka, Power Transmission Corporation versus Ashok Iron Works Private Limited, the Supreme Court held that the person can't be the term person under the consumer protection can't be restrictive enough and confined to only the 4 categories listed. In this case, the Supreme Court clearly held that trust falls under the category of a consumer. So now the Consumer Protection Act 2019 includes the term artificial juristic person as a person in definition of person. So in Abraham Memorial Education Trust versus C. Suresh Babu, the conclusion came that charitable trust is an artificial juristic person, and we should consider the complaint filed by the charitable trust and treat them as a consumer, because an amendment has been made and various Supreme Court rulings too have made it clear that trust falls under the category of consumer. Moreover, if there is a confusion on the point that Pratibha Pratishthan case is a case of Supreme Court and the Supreme Court judgments are binding on all the lower courts. So the decision laid down in that case should be binding on every court, and trust should not be considered as a consumer. But the thing is, the cases of 2008 and the amendment came in 2019, which included the term artificial juristic person in a term person. So the trust is considered as a person and under that such term, and hence it is a consumer. Consumer means any person. Trust is a person, so person can file a complaint under consumer protection. So I hope this video clears the confusion among the minds that trust is now included in artificial juristic person and has a legal personality, and hence therefore is a consumer and can file a complaint in consumer court. Their complaint will be maintainable and shall not be dismissed. So thank you so much. I hope you like this video.